And we are live. All right. All righty. So we'll wait for people to join in here. See how it goes. What do we have here? Oh, excuse me. Where that hiccup came from. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Boom Slang here, aka Mickey. And or is it Mickey, aka Boom Slang? Anyway, so it's Easter, guys, right? Happy Easter to all you who celebrate the holiday. Um, we kind of did ours yesterday with my grandkids. We didn't go over today to do the egg hunt and all that, but we went over yesterday and we helped decorate eggs. I probably should post some of the. I have some short videos I should post on my channel as well. Maybe I'll do that when I get done here. But today we're going to look for some. See what goodies we find inside some of these. We're going to open up some of these wax packs, and we're going to open up a couple rack packs. But before we do that, I have an update. I'm going to try to do this on a kind of a regular basis after I find some cards to update the binder. So I've been sorting cards, right? And so this is what I've come up with through my sort. So if you guys have been tuning in, and I hope the glare is not too bad. This 90 Dunruss, all these ones with the yellow stars have possible errors on the back. This is the correct version. You see where it says All-Star Game Performances. That is correct for the All-Star card. You need the ones, and so I have a bunch here that are correct. And so I got to go through these and find out which ones are which. Harold Baines now. Harold Baines, I have one that has a black line through the star that's already in the binder. And this is the correct version of the Harold Baines correct versions. So let me just blow through these. Brian Downings will discuss. So these are all, they all say All-Star Performance on the back. And that makes them all correct. So there's no errors there. And those, however, I did come across some of these. So you see here in the binder, and let me make this up here a little bit more for you. Still a lot of glare, but not where we're looking, thank goodness. So these are the correct versions of these two. And then this is the error. See the printing right there in the black box? That's not supposed to be there. That's something that comes off the back here, like the title and stuff like that. So here's the correct version. Here's the error for this. So we're going to put this in the binder. And I happen to find a second one. So there's another one. So I'll try to match them up, and I'll do the binders like a correct and an error as I find them. So they don't have to have two errors by it. I have not found one for that one yet, but there's one with the same basic black box that goes with the Negro Brothers. We discussed this Treadway one. I found more Jeff Treadway cards, but they're all just like that one. They are the corrected versions. I'm not really all that organized, so sorry about that. I'm trying to sort through these. So all of these Treadways are the correct versions so far. I mean, you're supposed to have like a little bullseye right above like the point of the hat there. I don't know if it's yellow or green, whatever it is. It's really kind of faint, but it's a circle with like not a bullseye, but with like crosshairs in it. So all these are correct, and so is the one in the binder. I'll be looking, still checking away for that. I don't know if we discussed this Kevin Romine or not. Yes, we did. So we've already discussed this Kevin Romine. So error, correct version, I believe. And here's some more Romines, but there are the correct Romines. The verbiage and everything is correct on the back of those. These are Mike Heath, Tom Brookins error cards. Here's the Tom Brookins. So they should say Tom Brookins on the back. If they say Mike Heath, then they're wrong. And these are all correct versions. So we can put them over there. These Mike Heath should all say Mike Heath on the back and not Tom Brookins. And they all say Mike Heath. So they are the correct versions. This is the correct version versus the error. It'll say Tom Brookins on the back. I've showed this before in the other video. It'll say Tom Brookins, and that'll say Mike Heath. And if you flip them over, that card right there is actually Mike Heath, and this one is Tom Brookins with Mike Heath back. So that's that. I did come across this. I have one of these in the binder already somewhere. This is the Brian Downing, and I already got them set up in here. So Brian Downing, error and correct. Brian Downing is left-handed, I believe. Let me see. So I'm not sure. I think these two are error cards. Not sure. I got to do some more research on which one is which. But you can see they've been switched. The negatives have been switched because the A's look the same no matter how you look at them. You just need to know if he's left or right-handed. Rick Russell is right. I found another Juan Gonzalez, but this is the correct version of old Juan Gon. So I'll keep looking for I know I have the error one somewhere, but I've got so many cards, I guess got to search through them. Let's go back to the front of the book. And I think one of my pages may have come out. All right, so Mark McGwire. This is the error. See the white box here behind his ankle here? That's supposed to be all red. So this is considered the error card for this one. I don't have anything set up for it, so I guess we're just going to pop him in the back. I thought maybe I had something set up. I don't. So we're going to put him right here. So we'll start the McGwire errors here and look for the correct versions. I found another Billy Ripken. This is the blackout box. So don't know where I even have any Billy Ripkens in here. I'm still looking for my saw cuts. I know. I just hope I didn't throw them away because I know I had some saw cuts. And yeah. So we're just going to put Billy right here on his own page because there's several different versions of this error card. So we'll put Billy there. Let's talk about Big Ben. I believe this is the one that's supposed to say rookie, and I think it has the Orioles insignia down here. These are the correct versions. Not sure. I'll do more research onto that. And then let's get back to this one. I'm going to have to take you out of there. Oh, Mark Whitten, sorry about that. We're going to put you behind Billy here. If we ever find the error, that'd be great. Good luck on that. That's a tough one to get. Here we go, right here. So we've talked about this one before, the Lou Brock error and correct. And I just happen to have found some more. So here's two more error cards. There's no date on these. So I guess we'll put them here. And we'll just keep going. Well, maybe I'll just put it here. Whatever. If I find another correct one, I'll put it here. Blah, blah, blah. All right. We discussed this guy here. This is not Alex Cole. This is Donald Nixon or someone like that. So I found another one. So I'll just put him here next to old Ken Hill. We'll pull Ken Hill out. The reason Ken Hill's in there, it's not so much an error card, it's more like a printing error. Sorry about that. I'm bumping the light. You can see where the foil didn't transfer over for where it said Fleer Ultra, but yet the foil down there went. Well, in my travels, I found these. Now this is obviously the correct one. It's got the foil stamping here and there. Bit of a focus. This one, you didn't get any foil stamping anywhere. So that's a cool, again, it's not like a real error, but it's different. So we're going to put old Jack McDowell no foil and Jack McDowell foil, and then we'll put Ken Hill half foil right there. I found another one of this Outlighter error correct. This is the correct one, so we're going to put Al up here. I know I have him on another page somewhere, but to expedite things, we're going to go here, and we'll move, say, this one here because the other one's off cut. This is the better centered of all of them. We'll put this one right here. Boom. We still have two error cards here. I found this one here. Now I'm not sure, but this card comes with the 300 win stripe here, and it also comes without that. So this is one that has the stripe, so I'm not sure the dealio with that. I have to do more research into that. But we're going to put Nolan Ryan. We're going to give him his own corner right here because I do have the other one somewhere. And again, and this comes in a error version 2 where the backs are kind of, the numbers are different. Like this says number 659 and this is 665. These, I believe, are the correct version of these Ryan cards. So we'll set them off to the side for now. Now this, that's correct, Mike Keith. These Manny Trio, the Manny Trio cards have an error on the back. And the error on the back is, see where it says throws, RIG, and then dot, dot, dot. It's supposed to say throws right, RIGHT. How that got in there, don't know. This is the error where it has the dot, dots. This is the correct version. So I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them correct and 1 error. So it's a pretty steep ratio of errors to correct. So we're going to go error in the center. And we'll put the correct on the inside. Okay. And what else did I have for the binder? That might have been it for now. Constantly sorting my cards and actually now resorting, looking for more of these errors. So, yeah. And that's the update for the error binder for now. A lot of errors. You know what, guys? I'm sorry I haven't even been looking over at the chat. Let me go check the chat real quick. I didn't turn my phone on. I should have turned my phone up and going. Hey, Jeff Airtime. How, Hunter? How's it going? Hey, Matt Dennis. Let me turn on my phone so I can just keep the chat there with me. Da-da-da-da-dum, dum, dum. And where am I at? Videos. And go live. Okay, now my chat's up. I gotta turn my volume down. There we go. All right. So now I can see your questions. Jeff says, I didn't think that Ryan was corrected. I could be wrong. I think they did correct the backs. And a good way to find out is just go onto eBay and type in the Nolan Ryan error cards. And I think I saw where there was a corrected version versus the not corrected version. I don't know. The upper deck. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the upper decks. I thought you were talking about these. Donruss. I think, though, I know I have the other one. So I just got to find it. I think, yeah, I'll find it and I'll put it in this binder. But I got Guys, I got tons and tons. Literally, I don't know, two or three tons of cards to go through. If I were to go through all my cards. Hey George, how's it going? Kaz. Hey guys, while you're here, don't forget to check out each other, give each other subs. I don't know if that feature's working again on YouTube or not. I know last time I tried going and using it, it wasn't working. Where you can click on the person's name and go to the channel while still staying onto this one. Wasn't working the last time I checked. Last time I tried to go to people's channels and sub them up. So that's it for the binder for now. And now let's see what kind of goodies we find inside here. So we're going to open up, let's just say the top 4 packs out of here. All right. And then out of the racks, we'll do 3 rack packs because there's already one was already missing out of this one box. My only assumption was that there was a Griffey Jr. or someone was showing, and they decided that they wanted it, whoever owned these before me. And I'll just take the top 2 off of here, and we're going with that. So obviously, yeah, we're looking for like the Griffey Juniors, blah, 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 blah. And, oh, look, we got a Mantle card right here on the end. Nice. Got Mantle there. I wonder if I should just save on today, because I plan on saving on some of these. I wonder if I should save that Mantle one or not. What do you think, guys? Should I open the one with Mantle on it or not? Check out the gum. All right. The wrapper came apart super duper easy. To me, that's not a good sign. But, I don't know. Wrappers are, you know, I don't know. It's got a little fold over there. It looks kind of hokey crooked there. Who knows? Who knows, guys? I guess the only assumption to make is that they've all been searched already. So we've got a Yogi here. And Jose Uribe. Too bad that's not like the $10,000 Uribe card, right? You know, how many cards are even supposed to be in there? I should be counting, see if they took any out, right? 12 picture cards and 1 stick of bubble gum. Well, we know the gum's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 7. Oh, got 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I just count 13 or did I count wrong? Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess they don't count this card because that's 12 and this makes 13. We're going to check the next pack because it just says 12 cards. 12 picture cards and 1 stick of bubble gum. Maybe the guy who took the Griffey Jr. out felt bad and decided to throw in the Yogi. I don't know. So we're going to open up another one. We're going to find out. Yeah, I don't know if they... See, at first I thought it was me because I was saying coronavirus, coronavirus, coronavirus all over some of my videos and stuff just to see if the admins are paying attention or whatnot, because they've been demonetizing people who say that. And apparently my last video, my last live, took forever to post. I was beginning to wonder what the heck happened because I couldn't find it. Well, there's the Mantle right there. So we got the Mantle that's back here, right here in this pack. So we're just going to count 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I guess they're not counting that card, which is good. So you get 13. 12 cards plus a bonus. But that's a great bonus card to have. Even though it's a reprint, still awesome. I'm a Mantle guy, so I love my Mantles. Let's see, we got Joe Evans, Paul Molitor. There's a Hall of Famer, right? So we got 2 Hall of Famers. Actually, 4 Hall of Famers. 5 Hall of Famers. Jim Rice. And that kind of looks like a signature, but kind of not, too. Brooks Jacoby. Juicer. And that's it. But hey, we're doing good. We're doing all right. Let's open up this other one. By the way, these guys, apparently these were selling for at Kmart. So this came off the shelf at Kmart, that box, for 67 cents a pack. No, I'm gonna hold on to this. I don't want to. I'm gonna get one that doesn't have a sticker on it, and so I'll replace that one. And there's a method to meaning to my madness. So, like some of these have, but not all of them have. Okay, all right, I got you. Never mind. I have other ones in there. I'll just open this one back up. I'm gonna maybe make a gift of this, one of these to John Jabs over the past alive, because we all know how he is about old store stuff. And let's face it, Kmart's they're gone. If there's one store left in the country, there's none. You know what I'm saying? So I know they all closed down around me. I live in New Jersey, and he just might want to just sit on it for just an old time keepsake thing from one of his stores. Oh, we got a repeat on the mantle. Not going to complain about that. Very nice. Checking the chat. Yeah, live streams are taking a while to post for some reason as well. I know mine took really 2 hours, 3 hours to post. I was getting a little worried that they were a little upset with me for saying the C word, because I don't know why. It's all over the news. It's a part of our daily life. And a checklist. We got bupkis out of that one. I wonder if bupkis is a bad word, according to the YouTube administrator folks who are sitting at home monitoring everything from home now. And bubblegum. These packs are just, I don't know, they just come apart. And it's nice because I've started saving all the wrappers, all the boxes, and all that stuff, kind of to go along with boxes. I'll save some packs to leave in the boxes, kind of like a historical, thing, or even like a museum. So when I set up whenever things get back to normal and I get back to work and all this good stuff, I can start working on my garage and setting up my studio. And Richie Ashburn, Hall of Famer, and Bo Jackson. Now he's not a Hall of Famer, but he's definitely a fan favorite. A lot of people love Bo. I can get everything up and running and get my studio set up and in my garage. Cal Ripken, that's a beautiful card. So looks like we're gonna pull a big Easter egg, goose egg. There's the LMRs with Roberto there on the wax. Now we have these rack packs we're going to rip into, and well, Roberto Kelly. We got a Mark McGuire back here, so there's one. Joiner, the checklist. So we got 2 checklists on the back, and a Kurt Ford, and Nixon, SB, and Mahover. So I guess we'll just dig into these. Unless you guys think I should not open the McGuire one. So take a vote. Should I open up a different one and just hold on to the McGuire one? You have almost the whole set. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have the whole. Well, I know I have the whole set. I'm sorry, because when I bought these boxes, it came with 3 complete factory sets too. So I already have the 3 sets. I probably had a set or 2 around, and so So real quick vote: should I open up the one with the McGuire, or should I kind of save it for some kind of giveaway on the channel? What do you guys think? I know there's a lot of McGuire fans out there, and like I said, to me, the card doesn't really matter to me, because I've got the sets, and I've got all these other ones that I'm sure I can pull another one out of. But the special thing obviously is that it is showing, when we go on to the YouTubes or eBays and other auction sites, and like, and it's showing on the back, and that increases the price by $500. So let me know. Should I rip it or keep it? So I mean, I'm gonna let you guys decide. To me, it doesn't matter. Um, Obviously, there's a lot of McGuire fans out there that might like to just have it preserved in their collection, and I can do it for some kind of giveaway on my channel. I still have, I still have my 750 subscriber giveaway. I can add that as part of that whenever I hit that, or 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I've got a huge thing set up for that. I've already shot the video for my giveaways, by the way, for 750 and for 1,000. I just haven't reached those plateaus yet. So yeah, that's a nice trick there, field guy. I've done that. Yeah, well, I'm probably older than you, and it might kill me. I've eaten gum from 1972, and it almost killed me. First off, it instantly just disintegrated. As soon as it got a little bit of moisture on it, it just turned to mush, like this soupy liquid in my mouth, and it was all these crystals just floating around in there, and I couldn't talk. I didn't want to swallow. Oh my God. And um, I almost puked. I had to run to the bathroom and spit it all out. I had to brush my teeth, gargle, and then come back to the video and finish. It was quite an experience. It was terrible, and I did offer a piece of 72 gum to John Jabs, and challenged him to eat it, and he wanted a basically a piece of gum from an unopened pack. I'm like, well, I'm not willing to sacrifice a pack of 1972 Topps football for, you know. So yeah. Did you? Yeah, I've done it too, and it almost killed me. And then I let my granddaughter, bad. I'm a bad grandfather. I'm a bad pappy. I let her chew on a piece once, and after that, never again, because like her mom and dad were right there, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good, and made me look bad because I let her chew on the gum. Um, and it's just, yeah. Anyway, let's get to these. All right, so the ruling is we're going to open it. We're going to open it first, then. All right, let me get my scissors. We're opening McGuire. Now, if we knew the collation on these, maybe we could say, oh, well, yeah, right near the McGuire, there's that's where the Griffey is. If he doesn't have any taste buds, he might be dealing with some of the precursors to the COVID-19, which taste buds go, where you can't taste anything, along with the fever. So yeah, watch your taste buds. If you start losing a sense of taste, you might be coming down with something. And if it was a while ago, it might have been, he might be patient 0. All right, here we go. So, well, we got Hall of Famer Maddox right there, number 2 in the pack. So we're going to have to pay attention to see where the, if we pull the Griffey Jr. out of here, who's in front, who's in back, whatever. David Cone. There's McGuire. Off center, top to bottom, and a little bit left to right, but it's Big Mac, and a lot of people like Big Mac, so we're not going to complain. Is he going to be the only hit in this besides those two? Well, there's the Gil Hodges card. And Greg Swindell and a checklist. So Swindell precedes a checklist, maybe? I don't know. Not bad. We got the checklist. We'll put it over there. We'll put Big Mac out here where people can see him. All right. And we'll open this one up. And it's like Wally Joyner and Kurt Ford are on the back of this one. I got to figure out a safe way to open these up so I can try to save these wrappers, at least one or two, just again to go with a box. And that's all. I just kind of save a little bit of everything for display purposes. You know, like figure out how I want to set things up. Hey, Ellie Johnson, how's it going? Welcome. So we got Satchel Paige right off the bat. Leroy Satchel Paige. We're gonna put, there's another. That's our second Bo Jackson. Again, it's off center, kind of top to bottom at least. I think we'll put Bo there, and we'll look at the rest. Ricky Henderson, Hall of Famer. There's the Ripken family with Cal. Viola. Alex Trevino. Another checklist. Sweet Lou Whitaker. He put sweet on there. I don't know if he signs all his cards that way. That's like the only one I've seen that's ever had sweet on there. I have not TTM'd him, so I don't know if he signs his TTMs. You think he would, but maybe not. I mean, does he refer to himself in the third person as Sweet Lou Whitaker? Or does he just call himself, nah, hey, how you doing? My name's Lou. How are you? How do you do? You know, like a Johnny Cash thing. Now you're gonna die. All right, this is our third rack pack and final rack pack. Let's keep our fingers crossed. And then after this, I'm going to just head back to sorting cards, looking for more error cards, trying to put sets together. I'm still working on, I try to just focus on 2 sets at a time. So when I come across them, and like I said, guys, I have like 2 million cards plus. So for me to come across the card is not too big a deal. I just got to find the right box. Because all the stuff I bought within the last 6 or so months, I haven't sorted out into manufacturers. I've just sorted out and clumped them all together in the box, all the Donruss, the upper deck, the tops, the Fleer, score, whatever. And I sort them actually normally by manufacturer in the box. All the tops go in one box. And then I'll take that and do a second sort and separate them by year. But anyway, let's get back to this last rack pack. There's a Jose, can you see my Seiko? I met him, God, how many months ago? He was at a card show. Got him to sign a card for me. Gary Carter. Pretty cool, Hall of Famer. We're going to put Gary up there, I reckon. This is almost a repeat of the last pack. Just that one stack. There's our third Mantle. It's our third Mantle card. All the same. There are 2 different Mantle cards. I think 2 or 3 different Mantle cards in this set. So we got 3 of the same one. Tim Rock Reigns. Very nice. We're going to put the rock. We'll put a rock right there. Mike Schmidt followed up. The Reigns. Sorry, Mick. Got to cover you up. And a Nolan Ryan. Well, we didn't get the Griffey. We didn't get our golden Easter egg. But we got some nice Easter eggs. You know. Got some nice ones. Cannot complain super duper loudly because, you know, it is what it is. We did get a couple of sour rotten eggs, but you know that's more for the John Jabs Past is Alive channel, not so much here. Our bad omen would be Alvaro Espinosa. So we got two Jacksons. You got the three Manals, and they're not coming up on the screen, so we'll have to spread them out up here. And that's about it, guys. Like I said, I'm going to go into sorting cards. I'm probably going to end this stream, and if you see my stream pop up again, it's just me sorting my cards, and it's very boring. You know, it's just something I do, but I'll stream it. I've done other videos where I recorded it time lapse and you know, really condensed it down, but it's what I do. I got to get sorting through these boxes of cards, and I got to get them better organized, because if it's not organized, it's hoarding, you know. But if it's organized, you're not a hoarder. And my son said, all right, yeah, okay, I did lie there, Funkin. It is extremely boring, and I do have to take breaks. And I'll take a break and I'll go watch people's videos. Sometimes I'll stream other people's videos. I'll just have it muted down and give them the credits for the view time and stuff like that. Like, so what I heard, and you have to take this with a grain of salt, is that you can stream up to 7 different YouTube channels at one time, and YouTube's okay with that. But if you try to cram like 10 of them on your thing, so I'll try to get into guys' live streams. Sometimes I'll just say hi and hey guys, listen, I'm going to go AFK for a bit, but I'm going to leave your stream running so that you get the credits, and they appreciate that. You hit it, you give them the thumbs up, you know, and you help everyone grow their channels. And I mean, that's kind of what we're here for, to enjoy what other people have. A lot of people like to trade, and I'll probably be getting into that later on, not right now. I'm not even set up for anything like that. Like my my stuff is such an unorganized mess. It's ridiculous. Um, turn this light on. I'm probably gonna get a glare, but seriously, guys, and I've done this before, and you know, um, it's so dark in here. You know, I turned the light on. Um, I've done this before. I don't mind sharing it with you guys because it is what it is. But this is my mess. Whoops. This is my mess. This is my son's old bedroom. Those are all like 3,200. They start out at 5,000. There's a couple 3,200 counters on top, and then it goes all the way over there. There's stacks of 3,200 counters, 3 per row, 5,000 counters in the corner. I'm using some 3,200, some 900 counts. This is my jerry-rigged recording thing that I hook my camera to, and I record down here. Like I said, this is my son's old bedroom. I moved into it with all my junk to until I get my studio set up in the garage. And that's a work though, because the garage has no insulation, so I can't put stuff down there now and worry about the cards getting wrecked from the climate. You kind of got to climate control this stuff, or it's gonna come back to bite you. So sorry about that bouncing of the camera. I jostled it, and now there we go. So yeah, we all can't wait till this virus thing gets over, because we can. Let's show. Damn wife always try and tear down my wall. Yeah, there you go. So Trump didn't build a wall, but I built a wall. Yeah, there you go. I built my own wall. Yeah, that's just one wall, guys. That's just one wall. So I got a small wall behind me. I don't know how many. thousands and thousands of cards behind me. Um, and literally, guys, I'm running out of room to walk now. And my son, like a couple months ago, said, "Dad, I'm getting a little concerned about you hoarding." And he goes, jokingly, he says, "I don't want to come over and find you buried under a stack of these cards." And I'm like, "Well, what a way to go, right?" It wasn't a stack of you know junk. It's a stack of junk wax. But anyway, it's all fun and kidding, but he may have been a little bit serious. And here you go, guys. I don't just collect baseball cards, by the way. I shared this before on my channel, but I'll share it again with you guys because it's a pretty cool piece. I don't want to damage these cards because we have to be good. Um, I don't want to say ambassadors, but we want to be good stewards of the hobby and take care of the cards. And so I got this from Bobby Richardson, and I got it like a TTM thing. I was corresponding with him last year, and he sold me this book, and it normally sells for like $25. He sold it to me for $10, and he paid the shipping. Mhm. Crushed by cardboard. So that's my new channel name. Yeah, I fell off a mountain of card junk wax. So I agreed to buy the book as long as he personalized it. So he did. I understand that autograph books are worth more if they don't personalize it, but he did. That's fine. I'd rather have it personalized because I don't plan on reselling this. This is my book. It is a gift from him to me, and so best wishes. And he put his years 55 through 66 and a little religious because he is a Christian. And I read this whole book, and it talks about his relationship, on the teams with different players, and about his faith and why he quit baseball when he was only like 31. He stopped playing at the age of like 31. Um, but he had other priorities. Baseball allowed him to do other things, obviously, but he had other priorities in his life. He gave me a whole bunch of other stuff. Like I send him some cards, and he'll sign for free. But I throw him a couple bucks because you got to remember, guys, the guys back then didn't make any money. I mean, the guys that made the money were the Willie Mays, the Mickey Mantles, the Babe Ruths. Those were the guys. You had to be a super, super duper star for the time. Otherwise, you're making. You know what he got for signing his first contract for Tops for have them producing his card? He had a choice. He had a choice: $250 or a color TV. So he opted for the color TV, guys, and then he gave that to his mother-in-law so they could watch the Yankee games in color. That's it. They didn't get a whole lot of money like these. I don't know what these guys get nowadays for the contracts, but they probably get paid per autograph, just like they do when they do these shows. You know, uh, they get a smaller price, but obviously the card manufacturers wouldn't be doing it if they're not getting a huge amount of return on their investment. So um, these older guys, and by the way, like these older guys, they're dying, guys, just like our World War II veterans are dying every day. These guys are passing away slowly too, and a lot of these guys served during the war too as well. So if you want to have that last kind of slice of history, do some TTMs with these guys. Um, and have that little personal interaction. If you can't go to a card show, because they don't always do card shows, you can do that. Like he literally, I don't have the letter, have it put away, invited me down to his house last summer to sit down and talk baseball. I said, hey, look, it'd be such an honor to sit down and just talk baseball with you one afternoon. I said, I'm planning on being in South Carolina, this summer. That was last summer. And, you know, I would love to stop by and talk baseball. And he replied in a letter saying, hey, stop by. We'll have lunch. We'll talk baseball. And he was really cool about it. The problem is my vacation time and his vacation time were at the same time and for 3 months. And it's in his book. He didn't lie. He didn't make it up. He was on vacation. So I was still tempted. It's funny. I'm down there with my wife and we're driving, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to drive up to Sumter. I'm just going to drive up there and knock on his door. And my wife says, no, you don't do that. She thought I was going to get arrested. She was going to get arrested. You're going to think you're a stalker or something like that. I'm like, well, you know, TTM funkin is you have to be dedicated to it. You have to. I've done it. You also have to be ready for disappointment. So, see if I can find my book, which I can't find. But what I did was I kept a logbook, kind of like a daily journal, and in that I put the person I sent to, the date I sent it, and then I date it with return, and I pencil in the date, what I sent, in the comment section, so that you knew when you sent it out. Plus, I'm a member of sportscollector.net, and it's like $15 a year for that membership, and it gives you a lot of the addresses that are successful, the success rate. There are other ones out there that may be some free ones out there. I just joined this because my boss is a huge TTMer. He's got like over 9,000 different autographs in his collection of baseball players, whether it's on index cards because he doesn't have a card, or the player never had a card produced. And so he's got over 9,000 different ones. And so he kind of got me back into TTM, and I did it when I was a lot younger. And the whole thing about it is you don't really know who's signing that as well. So you don't want to send a very expensive card to get TTM'd. You know, you want to send a second or third year card, maybe not a rookie. And then you can also go online when you get it back, and you can compare signatures because there's a lot of examples out there. Um, and then if you're happy and you're willing to take that risk to resend the really nice one, you can. Some of these guys won't return. Some of these guys charge money. Bert Blyleven charges $20. Nolan Ryan charges $60, and you send it to his foundation, and then they put a little sticker on the back, that certifies it through his foundation. Johnny Bench does something through his foundation. He charges $70 for his. So I need a drink. Um, it can get expensive as well. Then you got to look for like card shows. Who's signing at card shows? That's always a good one too, because card shows, you do the meet and greet. You get to shake the person's hand. You get to share your experiences, how they may have impacted you growing up. For me, I was pretty old when Pete Rose broke Ty Cobb's career hitting record. Um, so I was already married, and when we had our first child, a couple years later, we named him not Pete. I named him Ty after Ty Cobb to honor Ty Cobb. There's probably gazillion kids were named Pete around that time, right? So I decided to go the other route and named my son Ty in honor of Ty Cobb. And but I got to meet Pete Rose a couple months ago, shake his hand, ask him a question or two. I posted the video on my channel. Unfortunately, my wife, who was my videographer at the time, was not rolling when I asked him the question, because he looked down at the card I gave him. When I asked him the question, his head snapped up real quick, and my question, and he had this like dumbfounded look on his face, and I'm like, so Pete, let me ask you a question. Like, when you were a kid growing up, like, did you collect baseball cards? And if you did, who was your favorite player, your favorite card? And that's when his head snapped up and like, baseball cards. He said, we were so poor, I couldn't afford baseball cards. My family was so poor, we couldn't do that. We didn't have that luxury. So it tells you, like, even back then, like, guys like Pete Rose didn't make a whole lot of money, compared to today's multi $100 million athletes, yet they were probably just as good. I mean, think of it, to do what they did. Um, it's pretty amazing. But anyway, I digress away from the baseball cards a little bit. So the meet and greets are pretty cool, and then after that, I got to do a couple months later. I got to do one where Jose Canseco, along with other guys like Dave Parker, was there. But I only had like I budgeted my funds, and I went with the Pete Rose, which was like $40, I think. And then I went with the next one. I went with and along with Rose was Perez, Joe Morgan, Pete Rose, and I forget who else was there. And then that was just on the day that I went. There were other ones throughout the day. A lot of because I'm from the Philadelphia area, not Philly, but there was a lot of former Philadelphia Eagles, Philadelphia Phillies. Um, the next one I opted for the Jose Canseco was there with Dave Parker and some other guys. I went with the Jose Canseco because I just wanted to do the meet and greet with him, talk to him, ask him a question. Well, Pete Rose was very engaging, very engaged with everybody, especially the kids coming up, talking at length with kids. And Pete Rose had the longest line, not because he was talking to people, but because people still love Pete Rose. They still do. Just like people still love the Clemens, the McGuires, the Consecos of our you know of our time. Um, they left that kind of impression. People are willing to look past. You were born in Bristol, okay? That's right up. Do you still live up in that area? I'm in South Jersey. I was born in. No, I grew up in Bangor, Pennsylvania, so that's up the Delaware River, um, a bit from not far, probably less than an hour, maybe an hour drive from Bristol. I used to go. They used to have card shows up in that area, not over on the Bristol side, but on the other side of the bridge. It's the Burlington Bristol Bridge that connected Burlington and Bristol, and then there was the Tacony Palmyra Bridge, and in between that was the Betsy Ross Bridge that connected. I don't know what, but anyway, I live further south now. I'm like less than 40 miles from Atlantic City, and I really was looking forward to going to the show, but number one, I don't think it's going to happen, and number two, if it does happen, I really don't think people should be out socializing in such a huge gathering because the potential for contaminating people is ridiculously high in large gatherings. That's why we're not having sporting events. That's because we want to keep that down. We want to flatten the curve. You will flatten the curve, kind of thing. So whatever. Um, but yeah, this would have been my first national ever, and I was really looking forward to going. I was checking out ticket prices for daily admissions or getting the packages and stuff like that. And I told my wife as soon as I heard about it, months and months after the last one, when they said where it was going to be, I'm like, honey, that's what I want to do. And she's like, all right, well, you better start saving your money and stop going out to these flea markets and buying all this stuff. But I'm like, well, that's what I do. That's my channel. That's my channel is kind of based off of going to these flea markets and sharing my experiences with these guys, what I buy, the little bit of haggling that may go on, and stuff like that. Versus, now I'm doing these bulk purchases off of this guy Art, who has a guy that he gets his stuff from, no doubt in my mind, because my last conversation with him was like, hey, you got to get back to work because he says my guy has got a basement full of cards and he wants to move them. And he said as soon as this thing is kind of gone away, he's got a lot of product for me, which is going to be good, and tells me I got to save a lot of money. Now, the most I've ever spent, I bought a guy's collection. It's like over 300,000 cards, and I paid $1,800 for it. Usually, I buy 100,000 cards here. I think I bought one that might have been 200 or 150,000, and I only pay like a dollar for 1,000 cards on the average, maybe. So you get a 5,000 count box for $5. That's it. Whatever's in there is in there. So, there are boxes where I get some really nice cards, and then there are boxes where I get absolutely junk. I get this. I get this. Ready? I'm going to show you what I just kind of pulled out of some boxes. I get stuff like this. All right. To me, I mean, yeah, they're cards, all right, but they're all these, you know, minor league cards that really are not a whole bunch of big names in here. These are guys who didn't make it. Some of these classic ones. The classic set that I like is the first one, the green borders, and I kind of screwed up. I gifted away all the unopened set, like the complete toy box, the box, everything. I kind of goofed up and I gifted away. I thought I had one more left, and so I gave them away as Christmas gifts. I think I gave Eric and John Jabs each one to open on their channels as a gift, and I gifted like three to my bosses, and I thought I had one left, and I didn't. And then here's some more stuff like all these star cards and more classic. But I mean, these are like sometimes you get a whole row of just these. You know, um, then I get sports that I don't collect anymore. Very rarely, but sometimes I get these. You know, let's just move these out of the way because then if I mix them up, I got to separate them all again. Um, oops. I get like hockey and basketball, and now don't get me wrong, like the cards like that from the 70s, yeah, I'll take them all day long, like basketball, hockey, football from the 70s, sure, and even older, yeah, I'll take them if they're in like with my purchase. I'm not going to say, well, I don't want them. With art, I tell them right up front. I said I don't want football, I don't want basketball, I don't want hockey. I'm just focused on baseball because obviously if I buy all those other sports, then the cost goes up to me per thousand cards. So instead of buying 50,000, it might be 60 or 70,000 cards. So then I get like football and basketball and you know some like not even sports cards. Like what the hell are these things? You know, I don't know. Some kind of says bone on the back. Stupid rat created creatures 6 of 6. So I get kind of oddball stuff too. There's the occasional racing ones like Dale Earnhardt. Oh, there's baseball in here. What are they doing in there? I got a Saddam. Don't rest in peace, Saddam, you sadistical bastard. Like this is what's this, DC Comics? A superhero something. Cable, whoever Cable is from Imperial Marvel. So it's a Marvel comic thing. I don't know. Some OPT hockey thing checklist. Some Olympic. Then I got these classic quarterback tombstone pizza cards. Basketball. And some of them are boogered up, and some of them are not. Some golf stuff, more racing. So I get oddball stuff. Like this Steve Grogan's got a big crease along the top. It's from 1981. So you know, all kinds of crazy stuff sometimes in these peppered in. Some kind of I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name, but you get the picture. So I get what I get, but I don't collect them all anymore. If it's something that catches my eye, sure. But I'm the same way when I go to like card shows and stuff. When you go up to a table and the dealer asks you, "So what are you looking for?" My answer to them always is whatever catches my eye. I mean, if you got something out here that catches my eye, you know, maybe I'll think about it, but maybe I'll buy it, even if it's not baseball related. If it catches my eye and I like it, then maybe. But anyway, so that's that. Uh, so let's see, chat real quick. I was going to go after lunch hour, like Pete, but don't agree with him denying. What the checklist? That's only like the only one I saw on there. But that this is like from going through several boxes, like I don't know, 20,000 cards. This is where I came up with oddball other sports. So, and I stopped following hockey. I stopped following football and basketball. Um, because number one, right now it's so expensive. You can't even afford to collect anything other for me. And I have a good job. I've got a good job, and for me to start going into all the other sports can get very expensive. Because I mean, I don't go. I try not to go halfway. I go all the way, baby. You know, go all the way. Be deep on that. So, but anyway, if you guys don't have any other questions, but I will say this: I've been out of work because of my surgery. I'm out for another 3 weeks. My company shut down for 2 weeks, so they have like one more week left to go, and then they'll probably be trying to reopen. I work for Boeing um, over in Ridley Park, PA, and they shut down because I guess someone came down with the virus and then was walking around the damn building. So I understand you don't know you have it until it's too late. All right, there's an incubation period, but people got to be careful. I mean, like if I don't go out of my house except to go to work and come home, um, I shouldn't get it unless someone at work has it, and that person at work must not have followed the kind of stay at home rule. Only go to work and go home. You can grocery shopping online and they can deliver it to your house. And what I did, because we do that, we've actually been doing that before this even hit. My wife, who is um, has some medical issues, so like um, she's had 2 open heart surgeries, um, and so she's disabled and can no longer work. She worked 19 years for a company, and prior to that, she worked for her father. So um, when all her medical things popped up, and now she's dealing with cataracts. We scheduled a surgery, but because of um, all these surgeries being canceled if they're not medically necessary, if they're electives, she can't do it. So she has a hard time seeing. She can't see to drive anymore. I have to drive her. Stuff like that. Um, I'm enjoying my time off. But I do have a good job. I work for, a fairly good company. I make a decent rate, but the cost of cards is just, I don't know. I don't feel like I want to make that investment anymore. I'd rather go out and do the flea market thing and do these bulk buys and get more bang for my buck. I think I'll spend $100 like I did on this last purchase, and I got all those boxes of Bowman. Uh, 5 rack pack boxes, 3 complete sets, 5 complete sets. It was ridiculous what I got. I got like 9 complete sets of cards, factory sealed. Um, I got 5 rack pack boxes of Bowman, 380 or 289, 390. I got the wax packs box, and I got 32,000, about 30,000 cards, loose bulk cards for $150. So to me that's more worth it, because what I do then is I try to complete sets. I'll try to fill sets or whatever, and I still have product to open up on the channel for you guys. I do occasionally. I still go out and I buy the new stuff because everybody likes stuff. So I do have some new stuff here to open up on the channel when I feel like I've opened up enough old stuff. I've got, I don't know, I don't know, probably 4,000 unopened packs of cards, um, just sitting around the house, for product to open up for you guys. Um, I'm constantly putting together sets of cards. Probably within the last couple months, I completed. If I complete these next two, it'll be like 30 hand collated sets. A lot of them the same years, but like 89, 90, whatever. But I enjoy doing that. So 5 cards for a five cards. Yeah. So like cards are so expensive, guys. I'm not willing to make that investment anymore. And when I say investment, I don't do it for the investment purpose, but we all kind of are, right? I mean, we all hope that it will gain in value someday, or that's kind of why we do it. Not just say for the love of the hobby, because we enjoy collecting as well, but um, it's always an investment. You want to make sure you get a return on your investment. For me, my focus has been, though, since my grandchildren came along, I'm doing it for their future investment, because my will is done up. All my cards go to my 2 sons. They can do with them what they want. But I'm also setting aside unopened packs for my grandchildren. So I have my granddaughters set up with, I don't know, a couple hundred packs each already. And I will set my grandson up, who's now like 2 months, 2.5 months old. I got to start setting him up. So, that's what I do. Something hopefully that they enjoy. I know my granddaughters, I've done some videos with them. They're the 2-year-old, she was younger than 2. She's very like, they're the cards, mess them up, throw them around, whatever. Hey, Alex. Hey, Novin. Yep, happy Easter, everyone. And the 4-year-old, she would be okay if her sister wasn't around. But when I get them two together and try to open packs, and you can't open packs with one without the other, because the other one automatically wants in on it, and she'll throw a little tantrum. So, I really want to get them involved in some more of this stuff, but I think they're going to have to get a little bit older. They're wild children. They're not, they're raised by my son, who I raised him right. And he never was a wild child, but he kind of let the reins slip on his kids a little bit. I think I don't know, like he's still kind of strict with them, but then again, other times he's not. So I don't know. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, we didn't get, for you guys who just got here, we did not get the Griffey Jr. But you know what? Since we got more people here, why not? Let's open up a couple more, because we can. All right, so who's on the back of these? Ron Augusto or something like that. Yeah. Kurt Wilkerson and Andy McGaffigan. Looks like Ron Hassey. Brian Harvey, and Dale Murphy on the back of this one. So we got Dale Murphy. And then we have one fan favorite coming up on the front, Duke Snyder and Satchel Paige again. Oh well, it's all good. We're gonna open these two. We really want to get Griffey Jr. That would be really nice. So let's open up. Why not? We're here. remember one time I did this. I actually did cut the card. Oops. It's a miscut now. I'll sell it on eBay for like $100, selling it as a miscut card. I wouldn't be lying. I did miscut it. Can't believe people do that. They sell stuff like that, and someone actually wants to buy their miscut cards. All right. Well, we got a good mixture here. Speaking about miscut cards, here's some stuff I've come across. Let's see. Oh. By the way, here's the Jordan we pulled the other day out of my low number. Let's see, miscut cards. What do we have here? All right. So first off, we were talking about TTMs earlier. So I'm thinking about sending these to Trevor Bauer. He's got his own YouTube channel. See if he'll sign these on his channel for me, like during one of his videos. That would be cool. And then miscut cards. So I found this one the other day. Back looks pretty good, but the front is off just slightly. This one I found yesterday, going through a box, just slightly off. This Joe Morgan was cut low. This Mickey Rivers was cut low. I'm sorry, keep it on screen here. This one was cut, but you find a lot of these miscut all the time. This hockey card is cut like it's crooked like this. So it's miscut like diagonal that way. It's hard to see until you drop it into something. This one's just cut the same way, wrong. Same as that one. This one's cut the same as that one, just slightly cantered. And this one here, this is a numbered card, number 14 of 99, and it's miscut that way. Just ever so slightly. It's hard to see, but it is. Just off a little bit. You can see right here how thick this gray swatch is versus that red one. You can see it's just off. And it's a numbered card. Like, where was your quality on that? And I pulled out a bunch of other ones. All right. Now let's go back to this. Let's do this. Last two rack packs. So we got Satchel Paige, when we pulled him before, and the other ones. Fred McGriff, he's a fan favorite. The old Charlie Huff with the knuckle grip. Look at that. And that's how you grip a knuckleball, boys. And you get to hang around. There's the Dale Murphy. Focus on Dale. Focus. Get off of him. There you go. Fan favorite. Duke Schneider. Rock Reigns. Didn't we have him in the other ones? So there's another Timmy Reigns. Licking his chops. He must have. There's our second Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt. There's our first Donnie Baseball, right? Nice Donnie Baseball. Fan favorite. Followed up by Robbie Alomar, Hall of Famer. Carlton Fisk, another Hall of Famer. Focus, focus. There we go. Pretty cool. Of course, I was a Munson fan, not a Fisk fan, but can't change history. There's a nice Parker, fan favorite. Oh, there's our second McGuire. So we got two McGuires out of these. so far. Fan favorite. Griffey Jr. Sr. We got the Ripken and the Alomars already, I believe, right? Eddie Murray. Whoops, get in there, centered up, Eddie. Eddie, don't focus on that card over there. There you go. Hall of Famer. All right, so you're focusing on those cards. Get you out of the way. Now you got nothing. How about this? A Rhino. Nice Sandberg. Steve Sax. You guys that like the saxophone. And that is that for those two rack packs. And that'll do it for today's video, guys. Appreciate everyone stopping by and hanging out. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so now. I would appreciate that. Still trying to grow the channel. Still trying to get to 750. And then pressing on through to 1,000. That's the goal, right? Get 1,000, then I can start streaming live from these flea markets for you guys and showing you exactly what I pick up live, how I do it, and just the whole experience is pretty cool. I've already shot a video on how I kind of prep for my flea market adventures, what all I take along with me. So it would just be cool to be able to do it live for you guys and just to see how that works out. I'm not sure if Steam Labs or whatever they are allow you to go live and bypass the whole YouTube thing. I'm not sure. If there was something, that would be nice. I don't know if there is. All right. Thanks. Yeah. Catch you guys later, Novid. So, yeah. Who hurt whose popularity a bit? I've been watching yeah. On and off for 16 months, yeah. Old is a wild child and wearing me out. Okay. Yeah, no Griffey Jr. No Junior here. You can't count the father-son card. We're looking for the standalone Griffey card. We didn't get them. We opened up 5 rack packs and 4 wax packs out of those boxes that I just got a couple weeks ago. And we came up empty on those. But we did pull in 2 Maguires, which is probably like the number 2 card in that set. And it is what it is, right? It's just the whole experience, the whole adventure, sharing, with you guys, what I do, and I'm gonna end this stream, but I'm gonna just turn it right back on. I don't know who else is streaming or what's going on. Here's some other cards I came across while going through these boxes. Now they had some issues. These are the big cards. And they had some issues because they were crammed into little boxes, so they got some almost creasing there. That corner is a little dinged, so I've just pressed them between these old holders to try to flatten them out and see if I can save the cards from being wrinkled or getting creased. So, I mean, you can see it's got a little dovetail right there on the end because they stuck these in a short box and then dropped stacked other cards on top of them. I don't know if it's going to work, but you can't never tell until you do it. So there was 2 Donnie baseballs and a Big Mac, and then there were just some Andres Galarraga and Hubie Brooks. So I'm just trying to, again, try to save these cards from any further damage, but I'm trying to press them, and once I get them compressed maybe back into shape. It may take a while, but how many of you guys remember doing this with your cards back in the day? Oh God, I used to do it with all my cards. All my cards had rubber bands on them and stacks and by teams and oh God, we didn't know any better. We didn't know any better. We had no other storage devices. We had no other way. Shoe boxes, cigar boxes, rubber bands. That was it. And that's why it's hard to find highly graded cards nowadays, because unless you kind of bought them and just kind of put them away in a shoebox and shoved them up in the attic or in under the bed and never touched them again, which I don't know of any kid who actually did that. I always had mine out playing with them, you know, just like this little board here, this thing here that I picked up at the flea market. By the way, I picked this little mat. It's just a little thin, flimsy thing, but it had some New York Mets players in it, and it had a New York Mets thing there. So some kid had it pinned. There's pinholes. They had it pinned on their wall, right, for their favorite team players. But I saw it, and I paid $1 for it, and it barely fits a card. I doubt if I'll ever put cards in there, but it's become like my mat. But I mean, you could put with Steve Sachs, but he's a second baseman, and you can. I don't even know if this card will fit in there. Probably shouldn't be trying to put this in there, but yeah, it is so tight, but it went in. You know, I mean, you can set it up with your favorite players. But I'm not going to do that because you run a chance of ruining it. And this is a first day production stamped card from Stadium Club. What else did I find that I didn't share with you guys? So I found this set. Going through boxes because I do a lot of my stuff off screen too, guys. I don't do everything on screen. But I came across this Team USA set, and lo and behold, so what's it say? Millington, USA, Legion Fields. And there's the checklist. And who's on here? But there's a Tino Martinez. A bunch of other guys we've never heard of or hardly heard of, right? A bunch of other guys, Scott Livingston, Pat Combs. We've heard of them. Scott Servais, Tiger. We heard of these guys, but they didn't have like a Tino Martinez-esque career, you know, winning multiple World Series and stuff like that. Greg Olson was on this team. Ted Wood, I think he went to the Giants. Jeff Mutis, Chris Carpenter, Joe Slazarski, Ed Sprague, Dave Silvestri. So they had some decent, nice, really good ball players. I mean, better ball players than me. But also on this team is Frank Thomas, a young, big hurt Frank Thomas. And there's the backs of these cards. Home Columbus, Georgia. School Auburn. Freshman year. 1987. And he batted .359. 21 home runs. And 36 strikeouts. 38 walks. So, and who else was on that team? Jim Abbott. I know it's hard to see with the sleeve on it, so I'll take it off. Jim Abbott was on that team. Tino Martinez was on that team. And Frank Thomas. They should have won it all. I don't know how they did, but I came across this in one of those boxes of cards. And this, Win Davies, center forward for Newcastle United, maybe? It's a hockey card. Or not hockey, it's like a soccer card, I guess. Formerly with Boston Whalers, right? Or Wanderers. He signed for Newcastle in 1966, capped 17 times for Wales. He made his debut against England in '64, 41 league games last season, 12 for Bolton. I'm sorry, not Boston. Bolton. 18 goals, 12 for Bolton. Collect the set of 5.5 by 3.5. So they have a bigger set. Full color pinups of England's stars. So this is like English Soccer League, something. Old one from, well, I don't know. It's dated up into 66. So sometime after 1966. Could be 76. Who knows? He looks pretty old there. But I mean, so I don't, like I said, I don't do all these boxes on screen with you guys. I just do them constantly. All right, Hunter, catch you later. You too, Alex. 2000 SPX has some good Team USA cards. Oh yeah, for Buck autos, yeah, that's cool. I just, like I said, I end up getting whatever I get. You know, when I buy these lots, it's like a giant mystery bag. You know, so that adds to the adventure, let's say. And that's gonna be it, guys. I'm gonna just go about and kind of do my own thing. I thank everyone for tuning in, and yeah, we're at an hour and a half. So we got like 5 minutes, and I'm going to shut it down on the half hour. So if there's any questions, comments, if it wasn't for these cards being taller. Oh yeah, the big cards. Yes, true that. All right, guys. Again, thank you all for tuning in, hanging out. We've got now 3 minutes to go, and we're gonna wind it down. It's like ending the stream on the even hour, half hour, quarter hour. That's all. Get me another drink because I'm thirsty from all that talking. I'm gonna probably sort cards, or I'm gonna peruse people's streams. Yep, you too. Thanks for stopping by, Tex. That's me just crunching up my water bottle. Compacting it for the recyclables. And boom. Hopefully, maybe by the end of summer, I'll be caught up. Maybe. And I'll be able to maybe do some trading or whatever. I know people are kind of always asking about cards and stuff like that. I have sent cards out to people already, just giving people cards, and I used to have little giveaways at the end of all my live streams. So hopefully I can get back to that. So we'll see. We shall see. Used to have like however many people, like there were 4 people in the stream at the end, and just have a stack of cards, Hall of Famers and stuff like that, or some rare cards, or some really cool cards, or fan favorites, and then just have people pick a number, and I'll set up envelopes and divide the cards off screen so no one can see which ones are in what stack. And as they pick a number, they'll get whatever cards are in that stack. And if they want to trade themselves, they can. So I'd like to get back into doing that, but I have to get caught up first. I got too much cards right now. It's both a blessing and a curse, because I still want to go out and hit the flea markets, but they're not up and running. So, all right. 20 seconds, guys. Again, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the subscriptions. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so now. I would greatly appreciate that. And don't forget to click on that notification bell so you know when I post my next video. And thanks again, everyone, for stopping by, hanging out, chatting. And this is Boomslang signing out, saying peace. We'll see you guys in the next one.